I've never seen Benno in an Everton shirt. It's weird.
Mate, it's like fucking 10 years old and it barely fits, but I thought I'd join the party.
I don't want to wear the Arsenal one. I think I'm just convinced it's bad luck, so I'm going to wear Waterford tonight.
Good plan.
Good lads.
Gareth's just running late, everyone, by the way. Gareth, the one who's in charge, is racing through from one part of Liverpool to the other after they're getting a birthday tattoo. We are told the league will still start at 9 p.m, but he's also going to set up a team for GRAPPL Sarah. So we'll see how that goes.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Does he put our picks into the game? I'm guessing. We're not doing it ourselves.
Oh, no, we're doing it ourselves.
We're doing it ourselves. All right, I'll have to log in them.
Yeah. He's not on.
You know what?
Yeah.
I can't do it through the app. I'm having to do it through Chrome on my phone, and I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not accepting it.
That's a bit crappy.
The draft bit's a bit terrible. Like, because it's
I'll show you what it looks like
bit.
online.
It's just,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Will, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Scotland rugby jersey because I love the Scots. Gallus, top trio in world wrestling.
Hey, they're going soon.
Free agent soon. If that breaks while we're on tonight, I'll be fucking made up.
As you will be when the first trio's title match in AEW involves Gallus.
Oh, shit. Be careful what you wish for and all of that. How are you, Joe? How are you, Carl?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I just had a busy day, so this will be a nice bit of fun.
Are you still in Whitby?
Good man.
Yeah, I am, yeah. I'm in a rented house at the minute, so it's a bit weird. There's some weird pictures and shit on the wall and that. It's like... It's tourist central at the minute. It's fucking packed out with at the minute.
I'll be up there, not far from there, during the week, next week. I'm actually going to be with my mum on my birthday, which is weird as fuck. I don't think I've done that since I was about like 12.
Are you getting a Colin the Caterpillar?
Sorry?
Are you getting a Colin the Caterpillar cake?
Do you know what? I wouldn't say no. Like, I'd be game. If she wants to do that, that's fine. And she knows I love a steak, so yeah, be experiencing North Allerton.
Oh, North Allerton.
I feel like I should give Ben Corrigan a shout if you fancy a pint that night.
He's moved
my
on.
mum will be in bed by 8:30. I'll be bored to fuck.
He's in York now, proper. He's moved on from North Allerton. It is
Kirby.
I think Kirby lives near Ben because they work together. So
that's poor.
But North Allerton, the former home of 3CW, I've been there a couple of times for shows.
Oh, what did you make of it?
North Allerton was an experience.
Yes. A North Yorkshire market town is really possibly the best way to describe it. Better than Darlington, I would go as far as.
Yeah, I'd probably put it.
That's not a bad thing, though, is it? To be from Darlington,
it really isn't.
No offense to anybody from Darlington.
It's tough to rank the dilapidated towns of the north, but it's it's up there. Grimsby's kind of towards the top. Doncaster.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Wolverhampton's so dilapidated; it's fighting for the dilapidated town in the Midlands and the North at the same time. Going for both league titles. The only city centre that couldn't make a KFC work.
Seeing this, JP, Jordan Stein's kicking off in the chat already. He won the GRAPPL League in FPL. He won the GRAPPL League in the Euros. If he wins this as well, I'm not having him.
No one wants to see that. They want to see a competitive league, don't they? He's almost summarising some of the problems with, say, it's almost like going to be like Ligue 1, this draft league. Be him pissing it, and the rest of us just like squabbling for second and third, as normally. Oh.
I don't know. I've watched loads of YouTubers this year to get my strategy in mind. So,
what happens?
Go on.
What happens if he's not here in time? Then does it just start and does he get auto picked? Or
I think so.
I feel like he's the only person who's probably got about 5
devastated.
Mate, this is an element of excitement I wasn't expecting for this. A couple of auto.
It's even better when you look at his team name, which is "Luck is for Losers." He might be relying on luck in 5 minutes.
Nah, well,
he's the one with the power to push it back, though. So if he sets it to like 10 o'clock, we're all just gonna have to like talk about NXT UK for the next hour or something just to make time.
No, I'll get off if that's the case.
I don't know, Carl. After that pre-show last week, you've got some stories.
Oh, fucking
hey,
no,
awesome.
Not for public consumption.
I did like the bit where you mentioned on the end of the podcast that we were meant to start at 9 o'clock and it was 10:30 before we actually started.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, Lukaku's gone in on the game, as Wilson's just said, but he's not showing on the draft pick. So I think he's come in too late because we'd have set up the draft before he's come in.
Oh,
so whoever gets the last pick gets first pick after we've done all the draft. So
yeah, it snakes, doesn't it?
Yeah. So being numbered, are we doing? Is there 9 or 10 of us in the league?
12.
12. Okay, so whoever's 12th pick is going to get Lukaku.
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed.
So
has Gareth just picked himself as number 12 then? Yeah.
or Sarah.
Yeah.
Is this his plan so that he can diddle his way into getting Lukaku?
He'd never fix it. He's got too much integrity. He takes it too seriously.
Allegedly.
He does.
Allegedly.
The Emmy Martinez hate is very, very real. Right.
Emmy Martinez.
Mm.
I was quickly reading up on it before. I expect myself to be hopeless, but
I've got one athletic article. That was the extent of my research.
So whatever Carl Anka does, you're going along with.
Because I'm sharing my screen, all my picks are going to be given away. So I haven't got a proper watch list here. I've set my own separate one up on a different document.
Oh, good.
Which could go badly because I think after one round of 12 people playing, because it's snakes. So say I'm first, it'll be all 12, and then it's another 12. If I'm like that 24th draft pick's gonna already be rough. It's not it gets hard. This
going for a piss, you just know when you got to do it, then, haven't you? So I mean,
yeah, that's true.
It
that's
does
true.
sort itself out.
But I'm also doing a fan tracks draft as well with some other mates at the moment. So if I am distracted at certain points, it's because I'm on that. But I'm almost at the end of that. We're on the 17th round at the minute. So.
Multitasking.
I don't know if you found this, Chris. I keep looking for Joe Root or Ben Stokes, but I just can't find them. Like, what is this?
Well, that's my. I've got the 100 fantasy team as well, but I've not done too well on that this year. The first time, but I missed a couple of deadlines because they literally play every day. Forgot to change my team over, and then loads of people got called up for England. So
see, that wouldn't happen with the T20 Blast, where it was every Friday you had to pick your team.
Just as a notice to everyone in the chat, Gareth, who's setting this up, has to appear before 1 minute and 50, otherwise his team is auto-picked. So.
It'll tell us who's got the first pick, won't it?
Look who that is. Look who's in the chat. Yeah. Hello, Jamesy.
Hey, lads.
Oh, hey.
He's back. I knew it. You heard NXT UK was going under, and he's back to the Red podcasting. This is a trap, actually, Jamesy. It's an intervention. Welcome.
That's a fine-looking wall behind you there, Jamesy, as well.
Pure wallpaper. Pure notions, JP. Oh. It's only wallpaper.
Living in a North Dublin, like, lovely cottage.
Exactly, yeah. How's everybody, anyway?
Well,
good, mate, good. Yeah.
It's quite exciting because Gareth, who set this up, needs to appear in the next minute before he is. He's going to be auto.
Well, he's just sent a message, JP, to our group chat saying he might not make the stream, but he's still going to be running things from the background. Some issues at home.
Oh. Well, in the private chat, Benno, I've sent you the YouTube link to in case you wanted it, for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, if you wanted some background audio to use.
Just play that on loop right through.
Play that on a loop throughout. There, that's it.
Just got the occasional coughing in there. Just.
Well, I was going to say I'm kerneling this one all the way.
I also like the fact that we're having an intervention for Jamesy for him to pick up a self-destructive horrible habit again after he gave it up for a year.
It's a reverse intervention. You got your watch list done, Jamesy? You're all ready?
Kind of. I spent the last. I thought I'd have more time after putting the kids to bed, but they were a bit slow tonight. So, I'll wing it. I've spent the whole day tweaking and messing with my actual fantasy team, and I've worked myself in and out of it.
Fuck off!
Stage.
Jordan first.
Jordan first.
What fix?
This is bullshit. Lad. Come on.
The fix is in. It looks like I'm number 3.
9th, for fuck's sake.
I'm 4th.
I'm
Oh,
second.
man.
I'm
10th.
I'm 12th.
Christ.
How many people are there? 12.
There's 12, yeah.
All right, okay.
Who's 12? Who is 12?
Jesus Christ.
I am.
Oh, good luck, Bob.
Salah's gone first. No,
Bruno.
Oh, Bruno. Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus, straight into it, lads. Yeah.
there we go.
So Joe,
What are we going with, Joe?
I'll take Salah.
Good lad. Oh, yeah, it's just slow.
Yeah.
Lin out.
Mr. Kane for me then. It's got to be Kane.
that's all the good ones gone.
Yeah, that's it. See you next year.
See you next year, lads.
All right. I'm going to go slightly left field. I'm going to go with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And Sancho's gone already. Fucking hell.
It's a solid start for Liverpool this year. So
Yeah, that was the thought. Jordan has plenty of time to ruminate here over how he will.
I know, it's going to be a while before we get round to Jordan.
He's in the best spot for going for a slash.
He really, mate, he could have a bath. Really, couldn't he?
Is that what
where
Gareth
Gareth
is?
is?
Gareth actually in the bath reading the book.
Everyone's game plan's gone.
I was going to say,
Is it working for you, Andy?
Yeah, I've gone for Edison for City in there.
Fuck.
Oh, is this where Gareth gets somebody really shit now?
Yeah, we're just going to have to see what happens.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's going to happen here.
The silent man.
Oh, he's got Mane anyway.
Mane.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there you go. This is son Alex.
I'm sensing a Hodgson stitch up here.
Yeah. Usually is in these leagues.
Look at this. Go on, he wants to click Richarlison. He knows he does.
Peter said it feels like the Hell in a Cell music. It needs the Hell in a Cell music on a loop. Dun, 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 dun.
Is there any possibility of doing that overlay? I don't know how we would do that.
Somebody just doing squats next to a bin or something.
I think even though he's injured, I'll go for De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. More tea, Vicar.
Sterling for me.
So,
He'll be in and out.
I know. Risky.
it's the issue with any City player, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, except for Diaz and the goal.
Yeah.
To be
Pep
honest.
Roulette.
Can't believe you didn't get Aubameyang, JP.
No.
Oh,
like, trust me, you're going to notice a theme of mine, which is going to be trying to pick. There's only a couple of. What am I saying? I'm giving it away. Which ones?
Oh, Will gets 2. Right.
Yeah.
That's a nice spot to be actually.
Who's me?
Oh,
Ben Mee.
Van Dijk's gone. Bloody hell.
I should have gone for him. My fear was to pick the best goalkeeper, as I was not going to get a good attacker.
Oh, Benno, fucking hell.
I know that I only did that. Trying to make Gareth's young son cry. Sorry, Alex, if you're listening.
Oh, man.
Oh, James is having a good think here.
It's already rough, isn't it?
Oh, it's my
What are we
turn,
going to do
Jesus.
when, like,
Oh shit!
I didn't even realize it was me. Fucking hell. Okay.
Like the 12th person to get a goal is going to struggle. Never mind the 24th.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Ruben Diaz.
Good shout.
Bugger.
Well, we know who James's penultimate pick will be. It'll be Kane.
I didn't know. That's the La Liga one I'm doing later.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford him anymore.
No, definitely not.
Don't know if anyone can hear that. Is that adding any atmosphere, or should just not bother?
What is it?
I can't hear anything.
Is it the music?
Leave that there or take it away. Is it too
If you're any good, you'd have the countdown music for the last 20 seconds.
Yeah. Got to time that though.
Yeah, that has to be
That's a lot of
like
work.
exactly a minute. Oh, Danny Ings is gone.
Danny Ings is gone. Human.
Yeah, he was gonna. I was hoping he'd like slide by. Like that
yeah.
transfer was crazy, wasn't it? There wasn't even like a news story about that. It just happened one day. It was like, oh yeah, Ings is signed.
Yeah.
That was how fast can you spend your Jack Grealish money that day, wasn't it?
Mm.
Right.
It's looking bad already, lads. It's not looking good.
It's very hard, isn't it? Jesus.
There's plenty of options still there.
Yeah.
Plenty to
Optimist
go on.
Andy Ogden.
Yeah.
Is this the same as your attitude to Brit Res, Andy? There's plenty of
there's-
options.
there's still talent there.
Start making up
There's a
players.
welcome breath of talent. yeah.
Hey.
Look, there's still several kids like us.
Hey, you know what? There might be some trainees in Kid Lycos match at the in Kid Lycos maths at the PCW Academy tomorrow.
There's no shows going on the Sunday, is there, Andy? At the that Future Shock Manchester show, not Future Shock, Red Pro Manchester show on the Saturday. Is there anything going on the Sunday while JP's up?
Sunday, nah, nothing at all.
I'm on a mega
Told you
bus
Brett
back,
Rogers had.
probably in a brutal state, I'm hoping. Just realising SummerSlam's on. And if I'm going to make an arse of myself
that's
in a
it,
city that I don't live in, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
I can't make my mind whether to come to Red Pro Manchester because I should really save money to go to Canada next month. But
That'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
maybe I'll make a last minute
Well,
decision to come.
if you do, I mean, I could tell you a couple of links that you should use to buy your train ticket and your Red Pro ticket.
Already bookmarked, Chris.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it
Good
was a
lad.
good old pick, Rafinha, that one.
I saw Jimenez went as well. The forgotten man. I thought he'd kind of sneak through a few rounds.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Fuck. Has anyone drafted the keeper yet?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I have.
There's a couple gone, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
going to
hold
wait
on.
till the end.
Fuck.
The keepers I have in mind aren't ones that will go early in the draft, I don't think. So.
Jordan's got an old double pick here, isn't he?
Yeah.
You pick one of mine, Rafinha.
One of
Dirty
yours.
Leeds.
And Bamford as well. Oof, double.
Oh,
Yeah. What a
That
shit.
hurt.
Like a Gareth's favourite.
Oh, I thought Gareth would have had that.
See, I
Hasn't
was
earned his
I was
list,
looking at the scoring for it, and there's basically no point to pick a defensive midfielder, is there?
No.
Like someone as
Very
great
tough.
as Conte
Unless-
will have nothing to your side.
a fifth midfielder, just the first sub, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll all have to pick them. Probably in about the fourth
Yeah.
round. You're not going to have them.
It's like the first time I ever played this game. I captained Phil Neville week 1. That was a mistake. Never captain Phil Neville. That'll be the title of my FPL podcast if we ever launch it.
Even Phil Neville wouldn't captain Phil Neville.
Clearly, Roy Keane's favourite Neville, though, judging from the interview Jamesy shared with us.
He enjoyed his wedding, yeah.
He's 50, Roy Keane. I feel incredibly old. I remember him at Nottingham Forest.
He's looking well for 50, isn't he?
He is. I wonder how he'd tackle a couple of burglars. Would it be exactly like Duncan Ferguson? Just as a comparison point between the two.
Did wonder what you would say.
Would he kill them? That would be the really interesting thing.
He'd do it Alfie Haaland style.
Did you ever see the TV program Deadliest Warrior? Where they yeah.
Al Qaeda versus the IRA in a car park. It was amazing.
I'm imagining that, but with footballers against burglars in a scenario like Deadliest Footballer.
Honestly, Deadliest Warrior was the best wrestling show ever shown on Spike.
If the chat can help out with that, is exactly hardest footballers and which one would be likeliest to just completely lose it against a burglar.
Julian Dix, I reckon.
Gary Charles, he was an evil bastard, went to jail.
Yeah. Suarez?
That's a stat. Roy Keane is 1 year older than The Rock. But yeah, no, I don't think Pickford or Rashford are taken. What the chat are asking.
Rashford's still injured, isn't he? Shoulder.
Yeah.
No, he won't be back till November, will he?
I did this last year, and me and Garrett did the draft league, and I drafted Aguero in like the hope he'd come back at some point. He never came back.
Yeah.
Not properly, anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why Robertson's still on the list as well. Sure, that's a good pick, James.
When's Robertson due back?
I think it's after the first 3 games, maybe even sooner.
Yeah, the earliest is 3 games. The longest is 3 months. So,
Richard Benson drafted Andrew Robertson.
What's happening with Sigurdsson at the moment? Is it still?
There's someone who should really be on here that could really. We could do it on air.
I've got his name on the back of this top. What are we on about? What's the issue? What's he done?
I dare you to wear that.
Red shirts, won't it, Daniel?
I stopped doing podcasts because I didn't want to talk about people like that.
Fair.
Benno's bloody idolising them now, isn't he?
Oh shit. Got off Liverpool. Back to me. Cool. All reliable, Bobby Firmino.
Yeah, I panicked and picked Mahrez.
4 points a game, you know.
I got surprised again by having 2 picks in a row, and it's like he won't play every game, will he? Because that's how Pep rolls.
I'd say
the thing about this, though, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the thing about this, like with the Robinson pick, I'm thinking, you know, because the way the league works as well, we all play each other. So, you know, 4 games isn't that far away. I can take 3 losses before then.
Who's winning?
Still finish respectable place.
Who's winning the league this year? Because I see a lot of people tipping Chelsea.
City or Chelsea, I think.
City need Kane. If City get Kane, that could be really brutal.
I don't think they will. I think he's staying.
Do you not think?
I think that the stories about Spurs trying to get the other striker from Inter suggests there may be a chance. They're trying to do what Villa did.
Don't know. Inter need to sell
Yeah.
Martinez just because they've sold Lukaku. James is a proper think here. This is.
Oh, this is me again. Shit.
We're going to have to get the
daydreaming.
have to get the countdown music ready for that one.
Oh my God. There should be some kind of a 10-second alarm or something.
Yeah.
It's so fast. Jesus Christ. High pressure stuff.
It really is.
Hey, Chris, how are you, mate?
Oh, Harvey Barnes.
Did that?
That's a fair shout.
I mean, the dark horse is Liverpool. Because with Van Dijk back, their defence will be better.
Yeah.
How are we doing, everybody?
Hey, Chris, you all right, mate?
Aye, not so bad.
How's your watch list looking, mate?
To be fair, I didn't have particularly much of one, but it's down to 2. So.
Yeah, I'm already on the public watch list now. Going, okay, who did I miss?
Yeah, so someone should clip that for for Twitter. Benno just shouting out that he's on the public watch list.
Oh, Gareth's cutting it fine. Oh, no, there we go.
Yeah.
Boo, or Burnley player. Fuck him.
Solid pick.
Oh, Andrew.
Gundo gone. Remember Gundo last year?
He was good to me last year.
Oh yeah.
I got on good.
That little period.
Yeah, there was that time where I had 2 Man City defenders and they were keeping clean sheets every week, and Gundogan scoring goals in midfield.
Oh, it was wonderful. It got us all through lockdown FPL, didn't it, James? You know, that little period. It was great.
Only for it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Carl, I just had Aston Villa up there, and I was like, well, somebody's going to take one of the two, and I'll take the other. So,
yeah, it was a choice, and I was thinking because he's injured, isn't he? But I don't know.
I think they'll probably rest Watkins because Ings is in, but I think Buendia will probably play.
Hopefully.
Although they got Bailey in, didn't they? So.
Yeah, it's one of them two, I think, isn't it, to play in that position.
Yeah.
But these strikers are a bit low on numbers at the moment, isn't it? Joe Linton, fucking hell.
Joe Linton.
There's a lot that you would consider strikers that end up as midfielders. With them playing inside.
It was like Aubameyang last year, where everyone thought, "Oh, he's a midfielder; he'll get tons of goals." He couldn't hear a cow's ass with a banjo by the end of it.
He's like, his price drop this year is starting the proper game. He's like 7 mil or something like that. Like he's been like 10 and 11 and 12 in previous seasons.
Yeah, I've gone for Werner because I think the way he'll play with Lukaku, he'll just get a bunch of assists. That's my even though he wasn't brilliant last season.
Or you've had a drink, one of the two.
Well, I have had a drink. That's a given.
I noticed no one's gone for Lacazette yet.
I don't think any Arsenal players have been picked yet.
Yeah,
I did. I
did
picked the Christ-like figure that is Bukayo Saka.
What? Well, I've got
most innocent man in the world.
I've got Maddison, where the rumours won't stop that he wants to move to Arsenal, which is
I don't know why. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. I fear for us big time. Watch the keeping situation. Although Ramsdale was just ridiculous, like just a ridiculous move. You haven't got much money. Why don't we buy a backup keeper for 30 million? Fucking hell. What is that about?
I mean, this season of all seasons, like I know people say Ben White's good. But like La Liga and Serie A are like bleeding money. There are bargains out there.
Oh, right.
Don't pay the premium for English players.
Yeah,
but they love it, don't they? And they bleed, you know.
Well, you still need
Cross,
you still need eight English players in your match day squad, don't you? So,
right.
There's a big choice for getting them in with that.
I've been amazed that nobody's gone to like Barcelona and said he is 60, 70, 80 million for Frankie de Jong.
Oh yeah, big time.
Because he, especially at United, he would be.
I think you get him for less than that.
Oh yeah,
I have to say, I've like big clubs completely losing their shit in this way, particularly Barcelona for the way they tapped up endless amounts of our players in the early 2000s. No joy from me. Arrogant bastards of the club. That more than the club bullshit. Hated it.
Forcing the jersey onto Fabregas.
Yeah. Yeah, pricks from that point. To be honest, I was bitter about Mark Overmars and Emmanuel Petit. That's how far the low was. God, yeah.
See, interesting pick from Andy to go with Pogba because it's like he is so good, but A, is he going to be in the league? Probably now. But 2, will he? If he is in the league, will he have his grump on because he's not got the PhD he wants?
All right, Souness.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if he turns up in what he should do, he's a bloody world beater. But yeah, it's when he gets the sulk on.
I know that the rumours going round is that Ollie's wanting to play with one defensive midfielder this season rather than the two, seeing as he's got Varane and somewhat more trustworthy defence. So hopefully maybe he's push Pogba a bit further forwards to try and play him that way.
Are you fancying Man U at all this year? Because I can't see how there's like, if Man U don't start well, I fear for Ollie, because I just think this is the year where there is no excuse. No,
United have got a really good first 7 games.
Yeah,
like if they're not in the top 2, 3 at the start by the end of the 7th week, there's something really wrong. They've got Leeds, Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa, and Everton, and then it's the international break. They could easily win all 7 of those.
I think it's those 2 signings have just they've just made the team look a lot better, especially defensively.
Yeah,
and anything that gets Victor Lindelof off the pitch is a bonus in my book.
Yeah,
I think as well with no European games early on, you can play Cavani just once a week, every week. That'd be perfect for him.
Oh, fuck.
Suchek.
I'm just on West Ham. I'm waiting for that one.
I've got to actually put some defenders in.
I think that's it. Everyone's gone mad with the old attacking lads, haven't they?
Yeah.
There's no strikers left.
No.
Adam Eder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's more championship level, I think. It's Pookie left. Maybe he'll get in 10. But yeah.
Adam Armstrong, that's what you need.
Another championship player.
28 goals in the championship last year, 6 assists.
Rough this, lads.
Different level.
Yeah, isn't it?
Jesus.
I mean, my finger just hovering over six, and that's how bad things are.
Jesus!
There's so many strikers left to be picked as well. It's going to be rough, the strikers.
Yeah.
You'll be going, maybe Benteke will get 2 or 3 this year.
Benteke's going to go in the next 3 rounds, I'm telling you now.
He actually is in my watch list. I was like,
yeah, he's on mine as well.
Who else you got there? Vidra, the otter. He's on there.
Martial's there.
Troy Deeney's still there.
Troy Deeney, scorer of
Troy Deeney
the greatest goal of all time.
Ashley Barnes. He does
Origi, who will obviously get game time when all of the other Liverpool players go off to the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, in December, January, that. So get rid of your Salah then.
You got to get
I'll go with Benteke.
Yeah.
Benteke's gone. He didn't even last the round.
I'm going to take a gamble on someone that'll sit on my bench for a couple of months, I think.
Oh, I was just about to make that exact move.
Rashford.
Yeah.
You can
put them in the pocket.
Be handy to have there.
Yeah. You don't want to end up with Joe Linton or somebody. That's it.
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Well, I suppose like we were talking about at the start, like who my last striker is doesn't matter because I'll just swap.
I'll just
swap them for Lukaku.
Oh
yeah.
We're all going to want Lukaku though.
Well, we'll all get it because he's the last pick. So
and
he's
the
first. Although, Armstrong's on this, and then Lukaku isn't. So he must have just come on just before.
He just went on it earlier. But I saw in the rules they have to be on 24 hours before they're available for this.
Ah, right, okay. So does that mean Bahrain's not on?
No, not yet.
My fucking finger over that plus button the entire time. Thinking, no fucker, go for him.
Jamesy, this is you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. keep doing that, lads.
Somebody in the chat said, "Shout Tim Thatcher when it's James's turn."
Hey guys, I'm about to make a Daniel Makelele joke.
I've never heard of him. I don't know who he is.
Makelele.
Togi McAvoy.
Thanks, Jeremy. Jeremy's like my assistant manager. Yeah, I appreciate it. I was considering previously.
You know what this reminds me of?
He's just going to say we're getting overrun in midfield.
Yeah.
Do you remember Benno when Brian Alvarez and Todd Martin had the picks game on MMA, and it was basically Brian was getting his picks from Paul Fontaine, and every week Todd got more and more annoyed because Brian knows nothing about MMA, but he kept beating him.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, the secret sauce.
1 second.
John Paul.
See, here's a weird player, Lingard, because his stats are great because of what he did for West Ham, but you know he'll never get a game for Man U.
Depends on if he leaves.
He might end up at Leicester, which would be a great spot for him.
It'd be
especially if Maddison goes to Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I just can't see that happening. I don't know why. I just can't imagine him going there.
I don't know why Maddison would leave Leicester for Arsenal because it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't
Similar
I mean, it
level,
feel
isn't
like,
it?
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
above.
it feels like almost like a downward, like just on the last couple of seasons. Obviously, Leicester won the league and they've been in the top 4 mix the last few years as well. Arsenal still kind of feel like they're treading water, kind of like.
Oh God!
It's more reputation than anything else, isn't it?
Yeah,
bigger wages maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. We can't shift the players. Our wage bill is enormous, and without any European football,
you've still got Nicholas Pepe, haven't you? Who's fucking mugging a wage.
To be honest, he was more like towards the end of the season. This is the weird thing about us. We were so bad at the start, but for the second half of the season, we would have. I think it was like 3rd in the league for form. It was very, very bizarre. But they're not creative. The whole thing hinges on central midfield. Oh, hello. What are you up to?
Sorry.
Is that actually bizarre, JP? Because that's what Arsenal does all the time. Once you're miles behind and the season is over,
that's over. And they do it. The greatest flat track bullies in the world. Like that. When it doesn't matter, then we'll turn up. It's like the Republic of Ireland in a friendly. It's that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, this is great. We've beaten Holland away, but it means nothing, doesn't it, lad? So yeah, wow. I'm not particularly optimistic, bar a couple of players who, if they actually properly play, and the Aubameyang, just put him through the middle for Christ's sakes. It's not that complicated. There's a wacky idea.
I mean, the one advantage Arsenal do have is you don't have European football, so at least you have time to coach the players.
Mate, you've got West Brom in the League Cup. Right.
Oh, look at Dean. I didn't realise he was still available. Shit.
He's your assist man, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to play with 8 defenders this year. We got Rafa, clean sheets are bound. Yeah. A couple of attacking points. That's a great pick.
Have people calmed down about Rafa going yet?
Yeah, I think so. He'll flare up again, though. He'll get a better reaction at Anfield than he will at Goodison. They'll all be made up to see him.
Win a few games, it'll all be grand.
Once they figure out where he lives, they'll all be around him.
You watch, Benno, they'll be tearing down the Dixie Dean statue and replacing it with one of Rafa.
This purple bit will be going, listen.
Proper Scouser Rafa. Yeah, but everyone I know who was angry about it is kind of like, oh, okay, let's give him a chance. Let's see how we do. At the end of the day, he's a very good manager. And it might not work, but let's see. Yeah, Jeremy's right. Jordan's going to watch this thing like his team is looking strong.
It's not always about the big names, though, is it? FPL, you need that players under the radar.
Just people to get on the pitch every day, every week. That's all you need. Honestly.
So,
God bless you, James Justin.
Yeah. He was a great
marathon
job last year.
Arise, Sir Mitchell of Crystal Palace.
Tyreek Mitchell. Never heard of him before last year.
Oh, shit, that's me.
By the end of the season, he was like a son to me.
Like a son to me.
Look who's here, it's the Hodgins.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Decided to turn it on, yeah?
Having fun?
I apologise for taking.
Just back onto that.
Can these do seals?
Yeah.
Oh, decisions. I'm gonna go with do it.
Wait, what?
Because I think.
what are you doing?
What have you done?
Wow.
I'll tell you what, Benno, you love to pick City players in your draft teams.
Oh no, it's always a mistake, isn't it? Because they'll play like one every 3 games.
Ward-Prowse is a cracking shout, to be fair.
Yeah, solid.
As long as they play the week I play you, Gareth, I'm happy.
Probably.
Has anyone picked any Watford players yet?
No.
Watford's no good.
No, they'll get thumped every week then.
Yeah. They're a bad side, and their fans are just the worst. Especially those fans that also have a soft spot for Fulham.
Oh, Dylan. Dylan and the Carberry, aye.
My draft button wouldn't press there. I was getting like panicky there. My heart was going mad. press. I think I'm just going to end up with like whoever's top of the list.
Pull a stick.
I thought it was. Isn't Sigurdsson top of the list now? Oh no.
Yes, he's there.
Does anyone know if he's going to be playing anytime soon?
The only list he's on.
Only at Her Majesty's pleasure. Yeah.
He is.
Oh fuck!
Look, he can play with an ankle tag on. I don't see what the issue is.
Look. Well, I would say Lee Hughes did it for a couple of seasons at Notts County, the murderer.
I saw Ched. I was there when Ched Evans plays his first game for Oldham against Oxford, and he fucking scored.
Preston now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I see poor Ali having to argue the lot on Twitter about that.
Oh,
excited.
I tell you, won't give a shit about that. Stephen Fludder, no, won't give a toss.
No,
Sorry, Alex.
He'll be annoyed because it means he can't book him on the shows.
He'll be taking him to Marbella on holiday.
It's true. You can see him doing that, taking a few of those boys on holiday. Jordan Hugill.
Cancelo, the British luchador.
I know he's going to play. He's going to play game week 1, and then we'll play again.
I'll see you in October, lad.
You're definitely getting a week here, Benno, where Cancelo, Sterling, and Jesus, none of them play.
And he's left with like one-man team.
It's like last year I was saying before, Gareth, when I held on to Guerrero all season. It was a mistake. I was like, he'll play this week, I'm sure.
Alex probably offered you multiple trades over the course of the season to get him off you.
Yeah.
I just offer people trades to get anybody they had. It's just like, well, Mason Mount is the captain. He would never leave. Mason Mount, God. Who has Mason Mount here?
JP, what do you think of Alex's second pick being Aubameyang?
Mate, that was brave. I don't have any. If he's playing out wide, then not at all. He'll pull an Ozil sad face. We normally have at least one of those in our team every year.
No, because I think
miserable sod who just feels aggrieved he's been asked to run.
I think this season Arsenal are going to do well. I've just got a feeling. I don't know why.
Gareth searches pockets. Something's going on, mate. Coming out of stuff like that.
Oh shit! I'm next. Fuck.
Saying that, Alex, you're going to see me choose a load of Irish lads who won't be playing for their starting 11s in a bit. So I'm in no position at all.
Wait, what?
This is a gamble on a transfer actually happening.
Irish lads. Looks a bit of Troy Parrott.
Troy Parrott.
That's a good
mate. It's happening.
That's
He's agreed the terms tonight.
Yeah. Because he played really well for Newcastle back end of the season, so...
Yeah. I was in the staff room when it happened, and I just, like, my face went to thunder. Well, I just looked sad, and I was like, I couldn't explain it, and I don't know who Joe Willock is.
Hey, Alex, is James going to play this weekend?
No.
Isn't he?
He's moving, he's being all over Twitch. So he wants to move.
Oh.
I'm on a midfielder. And I'm thinking...
What the hell's going on here? Why is your draft ahead of mine?
I think we're snaking back, aren't we?
Yeah, it's going the other way, isn't it?
No, but mine says Chris Elliott's picking and Alex's says that he's picking. So that's...
Oh, right. Refresh.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
You need to invest in some better internet, Gareth.
I certainly do.
Spend them GRAPPL millions on some better internet.
Either that or it's given me another pick, which will be greatly accepted.
I don't want another pick. Every time my pick comes up, I'm terrified.
I am.
Yeah, no.
Just leave me with me 3 City players and 2 defenders. I'm fine.
I've had to do this double pick all the time, and it's complete arse.
It's stressful.
Ferran Torres. He's good in the Euros.
Bowen, that's a good pick. Solid.
Good logic.
Banking on the transfer, JP.
Oh,
I am.
God, yeah, I had that.
Good pick, yeah.
I was buying that one. I mean, Leicester still let in a lot, but it's not a bad.
Would you buy a centre back from a team you beat 9-0 twice, though?
Joe is very downbeat this year about. He said he's very disappointed. He's like they've lost the spine of the team in like a couple of years.
Yeah, and there was talk of Ward-Prowse leaving as well.
Yeah.
Well, they're looking. He's saying here, I pray we don't start with Long and Obafemi as a front two, as we've done that in pre-season. No offense to JP on that one.
Irish strike force.
I just
Neither
of whom actually get into the island side. That is brilliant.
Yeah, that's true. Can't even get a game for Ireland.
All along, we've had 2 Premier League strikers, and we've just thought we don't need to play them. Fuck it, let's make it interesting.
Obafemi's off to Blackburn at some point.
Oh, that seems to be written in the stars.
Yeah, as if we need another striker. Like it's the only position we've got loads of players in. But we got Chile's own Ben Brereton Diaz. I mean, what more could you need?
That's a great story. I really hope they've got murals of him up on the sides of walls like Maradona.
He's doing all the Pepsi adverts over there and stuff. It's really weird.
You should seriously think about moving there. Live it up.
Well, who did he sign for? Bennett.
I bet he's never even heard of even Zamorano until a couple of months ago.
He's more Chilean, so.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey, Chris, how's this Armstrong going to do in the Premier League?
I like him, but I think he'll play as a second striker off Che Adams. So I think it's going to be a tough season for Southampton. So I can't see him scoring a huge amount of goals.
Got 20 for another striker as well.
They've just got a lad on loan from Chelsea.
That's right. I think he's a pretty big lad as well.
Yeah.
Oof.
Which Traore?
Is the next UK shirt yet?
We think we'd be sitting here calmly talking football if that had happened.
I'd be pissed, to be truthful. And that's for killing European wrestling.
I'm not doing any of that pretending to be sad. Oh, it's so sad people have lost their jobs. None of that.
No.
Straight in, 2-footed.
No. That's pure hypocrisy to do that. There's no point. No one would believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are out of time again.
Do you rate him? Is he going to be attacking? Is he going to be Yeah, I mean, this is very much a sort of not based on any stats.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
You're next, Randy.
No. No, after you. Sure, go.
Yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
All right.
What? You're like seconds behind.
Yeah. I'm getting less seconds.
I'm loving these Gareth Dad dynamics. Come on, Jamesy, get the girls up. They know how this fantasy draft stuff works.
Just pick their favourite colour.
A lot of Norwich then and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, all the bright colours. Wolves.
If there was a Fiorentina style kit, they'd be all over.
Oh, that's a clever
I know.
pick.
Just looking at the list because I'm ages away. The likes of a Victor Lindelof hasn't been picked.
We won't play, will
He
he?
won't play if Varana's there, though.
Just won't play.
I doubt it. If Varana's fit,
More
he's
than
gonna
likely.
play.
Yeah.
What about Ashley Young for Villa? He's got a chance of playing.
Apparently, he's got
What year
better
is it?
numbers than Grealish.
God, they look good, Villa.
Oh, you're taking bugger. That's a good pick, Gareth. I like that one.
Oh.
He's in my proper team.
I was going to say he's
Yeah,
got to
same.
be in your week one team.
Yeah, how could you not?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's good for a month. Get a month out of them.
4 million for a starter in the Liverpool defence. You can't say
Get
no.
3
to that.
games out of him and then stick him on the bench
Against
for the rest of
Norwich.
the season.
Yeah, the Liverpool start of the season is really good as well. So, but yeah, him and Ben White, like 4.5 million
Ben
for an
White,
Arsenal
yeah.
defender and 4 million for a Liverpool winger, who's looked good in those games that he's played since Robertson went down.
No, Ben White.
What? I thought you.
This is for.
And
I know, but he's not winger, is he? He's like a wing back. Yeah.
Will Cooling, gross.
Gross.
FPL legend.
Need them set pieces.
Hazard been snapped?
Is Lacazette going to play, JP? Have I made a mistake?
Well, you picked an Arsenal player, so that's your first problem.
Well, yeah, that was my first and second. Beneath him was a lot of Brighton and Crystal Palace and Wolves, so it was like, okay.
I don't know if it's
See,
just
that's what someone.
I think Wolves are in for an awful season.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
Jimenez doesn't kick off. Who was I listening to? Someone on Football Weekly was saying I fancy them would go down, and I was thinking exactly the same thing. I'll be wrong now. They'll win it.
There's still a lot of talent on that team. So.
It just makes me wonder if Jimenez doesn't start well and things don't go. You know what I mean? It's just that early momentum,
Yeah.
like Fulham. Oh, hello.
I was going to say that sort of Ross Barkley's someone who I can't believe he's not found a mid-table Premier League team because he's not going to get anywhere at Chelsea, but he could do a job for someone in the Premier League.
What, mid-table team? Go back to Everton?
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm never Sparkly back.
Is he good at set pieces, Alex? Ross Barkley. Just thinking he solves a very obvious problem, doesn't he?
He scored a beautiful goal against Swansea. It was a free kick. But it was against Swansea.
We'll forget about the other fella then, won't we?
Who? Didn't you? Hammers.
No.
Your boy.
This is still available. Anyone want to take a risk on Hamas? We need the money, don't we?
No.
Yeah, didn't he say? Didn't he say he didn't want to play because you've changed manager?
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
He said because Aguero's left Barca, he wants to. He's having the same problem. And
He started against Man United last week, though, didn't he?
yeah, but he was striker and he played awful. And then he went off at half time because it was too cold.
There you go, Jamesy.
We're talking to Jamesy.
Yeah.
I heard the scouting report and I went for it anyway.
You're looking at
never
that.
know. He's on corners and stuff, so
yeah. You're looking at that 4.5 potential, not the 1.5 actual sort of thing.
Yeah. Again, the list below him wasn't very good, so it's like, okay.
When are we doing the next Euro draft, Jamesy? Is coming up or Euro transfer? When NXT UK releases everyone, big Euro transfer window. What do you reckon of it?
God, there's a lot of names we'd have to keep off it now, isn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of
It's like the Chow Copley scandal.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to go through last year's list with a red pen and go, nope, can't have him.
As long as-
Can't have him. Ooh,
As
definitely
long as
not.
Number one pick, Big Guns Joe. He'll be on the show.
He's like the James Ward-Prowse of Brit Rest. He's always there. You get him on the pitch. 2 points every game.
As long as I can draft Pretty Deadly, I don't mind.
There we go.
I'll wait for you to pick.
Leave that actually.
You're gonna miss a pick.
45 seconds. 45 seconds.
God, I've got 3 West
Bold.
Ham players.
Oh, you swine.
That's a good pick, yeah.
He always
That's
pops
a
up with
risk.
an error or two, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm dubious about our defence, but Tierney gets assists.
when he played for Southampton, was he on FPL?
Yeah, Ali Dia.
Ali Dia.
No.
Why? Oh my God! Imagine if you get promoted.
There's a murderer's row of strikers left, isn't there? Jay Rodriguez is suddenly looking quite appealing.
I thought
Alex was just asking me. Alex was just asking me about Ali Dia there, JP. If you remember him?
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
Graham Souness is friend.
Yeah.
Great man. Great man. Look, that's ingenuity. As far as I'm concerned.
Imagine he actually scored.
I don't think he was even able to kick the ball properly. I think that's how bad he was.
What was he? George Weir's cousin. George Weir's cousin.
It's the greatest workers in British history.
Got a call from George Wire. Graham Souness got a call from George Wire.
I'd love to
Mate,
hear
he
the call.
answered it. They had training sessions. I've no sympathy for Souness on this one.
It's
You
like,
would have known.
Who was the lad that got signed for Arsenal? Because all the Arsenal defenders were like standing on the sidelines going,
Igor
"Oh
Stepanovs.
wow, yeah!"
They
Everyone
were
was
doing
like,
it to wind up Martin Keown. They were going,
Yeah.
this guy's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we bought him. And he played at Man United away.
Yeah,
In
and they were
what
like-
was at that point in time the worst humiliation we'd had at Old Trafford. I didn't realise there was a darker experience yet to come. Yeah,
because they all went to Wenger or whoever it was that ended up signing off on it. And go, why did you buy him? Well, he went, well, I thought he was rubbish, but all you guys were saying how good he was, so we thought we'd give him a shot. Fair enough.
JP, do you think sometimes John Laurinaitis should have been a scout for Arsenal? He has the same mentality.
like if WWE also had a criteria that was like mental weakness as part of their selection process as well, because that appears to be the extra dimension that we put in. We love buying a coward. We're well up for that. We love coward.
To be fair, I think we
fancy bottling it in a big game. Yep. Come with us. We'll all do it together. All 11 of us. We'll have a shot.
There's nothing like a 6'4" defender that can only jump to 5'8".
That's what the
All
boss
he did is
said.
reminded me of Pascal Segan.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone Mustafi, who he hasn't got a club. Schalke released him. No one wants
Bloody hell, that's saying something.
Wow. Yeah, after their season, yeah, bloody hell.
I wouldn't have him at Waterford. That's what.
Barry Ferguson's son playing at centre half.
Exactly. Fucking playing.
And what's the other fella? Greg Halford. What a centre back pairing. Barry Ferguson's son and Greg Halford centre backs.
He'd get some goals, Greg Halford. He was always
for Watford now.
Star of the Premier League years. Greg Halford. He'd be that kind of a player.
Big lump at the back.
Yeah.
Did you see that somebody's taken like months to find every single song on Spotify that's been played on the Premier League years?
Yes, I've got that playlist playing.
Yeah, it's a class playlist as well.
I think it lasts for about a year and a half.
It's hours and hours and hours. Yeah.
Is Doherty being
Troy Deeney. No. I hope the picks are flowing now.
He'll play, won't he?
Troy Deeney, I thought so.
Yeah. And he takes a penalty. And he loves scoring against us as well. Absolutely fucking loves it.
He was going to be my next pick.
Who got El Ghazi? That was my next pick.
I did.
Good man.
Well, that Gray as well from Everton, who signed from Bayern Leverkusen. I've no idea if he's good or not, but
see, I'm falling back on my actual FPL team now, as opposed to looking at the defenders and going, why is Mendy and Laporte and Alonso and Keane still there? I'm just going, I'll get Veltman because he's in my FPL team. I love that Brighton double up for 12 points when they get a clean sheet.
See, Tariq Lamptey would be a good one if he wasn't injured. He was very good last season.
It was a nice cheap one last year, yeah.
Lamptey and Fofana were both in my provisional FPL team, and then they both suffered horrific injuries. So,
I think everyone had Fofana.
We all have to go through our teams after this as well, obviously.
And justify why you picked them.
Chris, that's not what I'm worried about. I've got to pronounce these names.
That's what we're all looking forward to.
In my Fantrax draft, people were saying names I've never even heard of. It was like that post back to Benno of the British wrestlers that's going to save the scene. This is not a real person.
Nope.
That's black.
Kid like I'm 6 is a perfectly good wrestler. Just misunderstood.
Tell you what, lads, getting bad. I might up Theo Walcott here. That's how bad it's getting.
Has Alex Iwobi gone yet?
Last year.
It's true.
Alex
Iwobi. My reserve goalkeeper's gone, bloody Bobby Sanchez, old Rochdale legend.
He's my
God,
number one.
He played that time we watched him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Spain international now.
Yeah.
He's in my property.
Yeah, Sanchez is my number one pick. Yeah.
No Brian Barry Murphy this year.
Sanchez is this season.
Thank God he can fuck off with his missus. Don't want him back.
Alex is fuming at you, Benno, for that Dele Alli pick. That was his sneaky little.
See, I've got Dele Alli and I've got Moura as well. That seems like a recipe for disaster in my midfield. I'm up for possible discussions, Alex, if you want. Let me know.
Can you
do
trade and everything? Yeah.
We had this trade.
Somebody say 1 or 2.
2.
3.
2. Right, there you go.
Who's going to start at West Ham, Fabianski or Areola?
Areola.
Areola.
I thought Areola.
Areola.
Yeah.
Darren Randolph, no?
Hey, what, the defenders are becoming a bit slim pickings as well.
I mean, we are in the 12th
round. There's some
round.
budget ones there. There's some decent budget ones.
There are plenty of good, but yeah. It's which of those promoted sides gets off to a good start.
Yeah, and who's going to start out of them?
Yeah.
JP. JP, I was going to say Brian Barry Murphy's now Manchester City under-23s coach. I would say he's gone up in the world.
He'll be at Melbourne City in no time.
Yeah,
Or
fast,
New York.
fast track to passing the ball back for 90 minutes and then getting beat 4-3.
Yeah.
You see, Paul McShane is an under-23 coach at United now, JP.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. He was a good defender when he was a good defender when you could get him on the pitch. He's made of glass, that lad. Made of absolute glass.
He's been playing for him in pre-season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's apparently going to play for the under-23s when they're stuck, which is crazy to me.
That's wild.
Paul McShane.
Who is he?
Used to play for.
Bring back Robbie Brady as well.
He used to play for Hull and Sunderland. And
He came through the United youth system.
He was at United, wasn't he?
Yeah, he came through their youth system and then went off to. I'm sure he was at Sunderland. Everyone Irish.
Reading. He's been.
Can somebody answer a question that I've never quite known the answer to? What's Ravel Morrison done that's so fucking bad that he seems to get blackballed from everywhere?
It's been probably. I think it's his attitude. Really, it's similar to Niall Ranger, who always seems to go to all these lower league clubs.
I remember reading stories about him.
He had ADHD, and it was never diagnosed, and it just led to all these problems when he was a trainee. And back in those days, nobody understood it.
Scored a corker in midweek.
Scored a great goal, yeah, for Rooney.
Is he? Because I hear he's coming back, isn't he?
Yeah, he's at Derby.
Scored a brilliant goal there, nice.
Yeah, there were him and Colin Kazim Richards playing for Derby. It's like, bloody hell, these are blast for them pass.
Kazim.
Hot on the head, went with him.
The Irish.
First couple
Speed of the
games.
Irish on this, JP.
Look, we haven't signed the right back yet.
Alex's favourite player. What do you think of Seamus Coleman?
Hasn't he signed a new contract?
Seamus Coleman needs to throw a broom for John Joe Kenny. John Joe Kenny's like better than Roberto Carlos.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that.
He wasn't when he was on loan at Oxford, Alex. He was.
John Joe Kenny. Yeah, he's pretty awful at Celtic as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, you're wrong. You're with him.
Kamar Roof on the other end.
Oh, come on, Jamesy.
I know, I was going to have him.
Is that a come on? You took my player, or come on? That's a bad pick.
No, that's a great pick. I'm literally on the Leeds team now, going. Yep, I'm just ready to go for anything when it comes
I'm
on.
scraping through the 4.5 defenders I was looking at earlier, basically.
I was like, nobody's going to pick him. He'll be fine. Troll the Rolodex. Adam Armstrong. Okay.
Yeah. I was in an R in myself, Carl, over that one with Adam
Is that the
Armstrong.
Southampton
Are
one?
you?
The new
Yeah.
team?
Possibly the worst 3 ever I've got, but there you go.
Now we're going for right off the reservation with this one. Like that.
Oh no, that's
Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly's still there.
Yeah, he's never going to play a game. Don't even think about it. Take it from me, he's not. Even if it was his turn, he'd be injured anyway. So self-inflicted as well.
Yeah, more likely to leave if anything.
Yeah.
We're in left field pick territory, aren't we?
We really are.
Really are.
There's some barrels been scraped here.
I've got a couple in mind.
This is
where hunting for your 5th defender earlier comes in handy when you're like on the 4 millions and the 4.5s.
This is normally the round where people are like, "Oh, Andy Carroll, if he stays fit."
Bloody hell, Phil Bardsley's still playing football.
I thought you were going to say Phil Babb.
Jesus.
And it was on the telly, it was in the FA Cup and the FA contest.
I'll be annoyed if this pick goes.
It can be such a vital to Newcastle, like promotion. I mean,
or Ben Mee. Yeah, no, that's a good pick.
Good pick.
Good shout.
Thing is, with Burnley, they don't concede much, but they don't score much. Always them and Barnes and Wood up top always get about 10 a season. That's it. But they beat teams.
game, honestly.
Great for a fourth and fifth defender, Burnley. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Chris is having a good old think here.
Yerry Mina. Right, it's Everton for.
How long is Ziyech out for?
I don't know.
He only got injured last night or Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it's his arm. That can't be too bad.
You play with one arm. You're fine.
He's got a 25% chance of playing here.
What the fuck?
There you go.
I mean, might as well take a Man City player if there's one there.
There's a few still.
What's
Bernardo's
the chances?
still there.
What's the chances of Joe Gomez getting a game at Liverpool?
No.
Well, Matip is always
No.
injured, so forget him.
I'll pick Joe Gomez. Screw it.
He's not as good as Godfrey.
Norgard. I don't know who that is.
That's the Brentford playmaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I think there's goals in Brentford. That's why, I think Chris went for Tony early on.
I was going to say that someone picked Tony. Yeah, he's in my
I've got Tony.
proper team. He's in my proper team.
Yeah, I've
So.
got it as well.
No, Norgard's what they
Tony's,
called
yeah.
one of the War Raiders in WWE. That's his name now.
Nobody ever knew it. It's a better name than Eva, isn't it? Ooh.
Ooh. Well, they got the defenders to pick now. It's hanging on someone from Wolves and someone from Arsenal. Fucking hell, I'm in deep water. Aren't I?
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
William. No way.
Oh,
hold on. Ah. I'll do.
All right, Jerry.
is there any chance Lindelof plays, Jamesy?
Well, the only thing is Varane does get injured a bit, so
That's a great pick, James. Bloody
And if Varane plays like he did for Real Madrid last year,
yeah.
McGinn is a great pick. That's a really good. I'm annoyed to see him.
I couldn't believe he was still there.
He'll get bookings though, won't he?
Yeah.
left to get.
Defender and a goalkeeper. Sadie's saying hi.
Look at Paul Watford defenders are all still there.
You could do 20 more rounds, they'd still be there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, you're good, Jeremy. There's Liverpool.
No one's picked Andre Gomez, Sadie.
Sadie Hodson is doing the job. I'll pick him. Andre. Do you want to pick Andre? Yes. Well, I have no midfield as well. Maybe I have a midfield. Oh, I did pick Castan.
Oh, yes. Take him.
Has anybody picked Ben Rama yet?
Oh,
Yeah,
Romero.
Yeah, I've been Rama.
Oh, he's been on fire in pre-season, that's all.
Yeah, apparently so. Is that Romero Spurs?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Is Leno still number one pick, JP?
He's not. Yeah, he's still number one. Like Ramsdale's not happening. The likelihood is Neto at this point. I think that's what it's going to be, possibly with a loan, because they just need to get rid.
Leno.
Leno, I don't know. Don't be surprised if he isn't there in January.
That's January Beno's problem. You can deal with that. That comes.
That's where you need. That's where you need the vodka in a mayonnaise jar.
One last defender.
Spin the wheel.
I still need a bit.
There's still a few decent defenders there.
There really is.
Yeah.
Why don't they defend so much?
Solid fifth defender, Zach. Let's have a look there.
Leno. Yeah.
You're on, Alex.
I know. Salah's got the ball with Johnson. He scores 6 goals in his history.
Ryan Bertrand.
Oh, that's a good pick. He's at Leicester now, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, that's a very good pick.
What's everybody needing?
Goal.
I need a midfielder.
Sub keeper, basically.
2 keepers.
One defender.
I'm
One
gonna pick
strikers left.
Virginia. Pick Virginia. No, it's not gonna play. Pick our other goalie.
Will Cooling, that is some hell of a pair of goalkeepers you have.
It is.
The Liverpool keeper and the United keeper.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Can he play them both at once?
I'm thinking that.
Might get a clean sheet, though.
Don't let De Gea take penalties anyway.
Ariola's going to play, isn't he?
Yeah.
Has he been starting pre-season? I don't know why anyone would help me on this one.
That would be telling me, because I know which one.
Be telling as well.
Bollocks to it. I've got 25 seconds to find out.
How fast can you type?
Come on, latest pick. Come on.
JP, do you want me to tell you? As the West Ham in the group, do you want me to tell you?
9,
8,
7,
Fabianski.
5, 4,
Good choice, Carl.
Fabianski started most of pre-season for us, so.
I mean, there should be a rule against.
I've got Hugo Lloris anyway.
There should be a rule against people who make their picks very quickly. Because that happened to me on my last pick. Chris made his pick very quickly, and it's like, I thought I had another 90 seconds to work out what I'm doing.
Sorry, Will.
And I have to pick 2 players. Well, I don't
Oh, look, I pressed the wrong button. I've picked some guy called Sarah. Chelsea.
I was just like, does JP know something?
Getting in, but like,
Yeah,
that's what's the fact with fingers.
No, he might, because they signed him for like 50 mil 2 summers ago, and he was doing dead good in League One. So he might play. That's not even bad.
Really?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Malang Sarr. He went on loan to Porto last
On
season.
FIFA, how good is he, Alex?
76 rated.
What about football manager?
He's good on Football Manager.
I've got.
Is he good in 5 years in Football Manager?
No, he's good now.
That's all right.
My
I love a
two
Tonton Zola Makoku, but I haven't got the time on this to be hanging around.
My 2 Leeds players are because I scored a lot of goals with them on FIFA whilst playing a season as Leeds.
Good shout, good team.
It's good logic.
Somebody must have rated them.
Jordan's won the league already.
I just saw the name of your team, JP.
Oh,
Sorry, did you?
Fred and Torimo West. Excellent.
It just has to be worse every time. Can it be read out and be offensive simultaneously? It's a tough act.
I'm just waiting for you to sign Sigurdsson as your 15th pick.
Don't press the wrong button there, here, JP.
He could be the backup keeper here.
Yeah, I couldn't fit my.
I know what I'll go for.
I couldn't fit my title in, which was Dario Grado is Britres.
Good keeper is Raya. Brentford keeper.
Oh, okay.
He's the one we were.
Brentford players, basically.
Yeah, but Brentford's going to concede a shed load.
I don't think so. No, I don't think early doors, and that's when it really matters.
They're playing you tomorrow, JP.
Yeah, and then they're going to win. I'm under no illusions that we're losing that game. No illusions. What have I already told you about what kind of cowards we are? We're away against a club who has never played in the Premier League.
It's a good story.
Absolutely going to get a kick in, and we'll just kick one into our own net for shits and giggles as well. So, no chance. Absolutely no chance. This is what I'm hoping anyway. This kind of reverse psychology for a year will work out.
Who cares? Upkeeper. Do
you remember when we were all happy for Jim Smallman that Leicester were doing well?
I was happy for
that was
myself.
a time. Yeah, that's true.
Well, less so myself, actually. More people I knew who are bigger fans of Leicester.
Was Willie Thorne still alive?
I don't know. My aunt went to the Charity Shield on Saturday. There was a great atmosphere.
Oh, Gareth with the Abraham move. If he ends up at us.
Got the Mario Gray.
I thought he was leaving.
Andre Gray.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought a foreign team wanted him.
He doesn't want to go there, apparently.
No, here's where your tactics come in. Because here's where your tactics come in. Because if you finish bottom in week 1, you'll get first shot at Lukaku.
Oh, is that how it works?
Oh.
You can't be telling us that when it's over. Snaky.
Might work out for me. I'll put a starting 11 out week 1. By January, though, I'll have 10 solid players.
Sorry, I've only just saw JP's team name as well.
Okay.
Oh, well, quick.
I just got to pick a defender. I know. I'm going to pick a random Brentford defender.
Drafters ended.
Very good.
Well,
do we get the fixtures?
How does this work? I have no idea how this works from now.
So each week we will play each other. So there'll be like you play, and it's if you get more points than the person you're playing, you get 3 points, and it's done like a proper league table.
So it's not just points every week. Okay.
No.
The fixtures up there, Bennett.
I'm just seeing if I can get to them. Do you know where I go?
League, go on league.
They're there on that tab, aren't they?
No, they're on league and then fixtures.
Oh, there they are. So week 1, Chris Linney versus Gareth Hodgson. Andy Ogden versus John Roberts. Will Cooling versus Carl Guy. JP versus Jordan Steins. Alex versus Chris Elliott. Me versus Jamesy, the BWE Derby.
Right, I'm getting beaten by a child in week 1.
I'm gonna.
It's just like
I did so well.
this is like when the Premier League fixtures come in. I'm looking for the derby. I'm just looking for when I play Gareth. Game week 4. There it is.
Well, everyone should go. Everyone should go through their teams at this point.
Yeah.
There we go.
Week 4's got Benner versus Gareth and me versus Ogden. That's the big.
Liverpool and Manchester derbies on the same day, isn't it? Basically,
the Podcastico.
It is Super Sunday.
Super Sunday.
Wow.
You can see everyone's teams, Benno, if you go back onto the draft room. And then you click, obviously, like.
That's right.
That tab just across there. Right.
Draft room. Yeah.
There we go.
And then there on that drop down tab, you can change all the teams there.
I see. Right, so there's the state of me. That's not looking good. Your strike force is all right.
If you're thinking of an 11 you can put together.
Maybe. I'm happy with that. Go ahead. We go from the top. There's Garrett's 11. Well,
Question with this one. Can you actually pick a captain?
No. There's no chips or captains or anything.
No chips, no captains.
I wondered that because I did a draft one last night. Like, fucking, where do you pick your captain? I was a bit stumped, but cheers for answering that.
Same applies when you know how like your sub comes in.
Jamesy Vardy again.
Yeah.
Who's your keeper? Is it Meslier there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Meslier.
Sure. There's. You went with Lacazette as well, and he'll probably
Strong
start
at the back.
the season.
A lot of points at the back.
My strikers are a bit weak. Martial's not going to play every week, and Lacazette's not going to play.
Feels like a strong squad, though.
I'm happy enough. 5-4-1.
There's Chris.
Oh, he's got Kasper Schmeichel as well. Is there much chance of Henderson playing this year?
It could be where
De Gea's going to start.
plays. Yeah, because
he has
Henderson's
COVID,
still
isn't he?
injured. Yeah, oh, yes, he has. Yes, he has.
I love the team name.
That's a good one, yeah. Eddie Kingstone.
What is it?
Very good. Eddie
Kingstonians.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Here's the winner, Jordan.
Here's the winner. Here's the winner.
There he is. Let's have a look who's spanking
He's
me
got
over the
Bruno,
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. San
It's Bruno
Maximin,
and like
Bamford.
above average good players. Like price-wise.
Fabio Silva's overrated for the price he paid for him at Wolves.
He's still young.
Yeah.
There's Carl. Enfield invasion. Love it.
It's a
Good.
shocking strike force, that though, to be fair.
I was going to say, it was looking good, and then I got scrolled down. I was like, ooh. Tony,
the strikers.
I think Daka.
Yeah.
Daka's a good signing, I think.
Daka will start more than Inacio. Yeah, I think he'll play more than Inacio.
Play a 5-4-1, Carl. You'll be all right.
3-4-3.
There's Joe. Yeah.
Oh, he's got Pookie
I wanted
as
him in
well.
us. And Joe Linton. That's third striker.
I think
staying at Newcastle.
Didn't realise you got Salah, Joe.
Yeah, second pick.
Having Salah, because he's down as a midfielder, but he's basically a striker. Like he's got to be worth so much.
Harry Maguire. Kufal, great player.
Kepa, he's got two backups.
I'm happy with this one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's too
Harry
many
Kane there.
Harry Kane. And Watkins.
Sarr at Watford will get goals.
Yeah.
And Jota as well. Yeah.
Mount.
It's a good team.
The bench warmers. That's a really good
Kane
team.
stays away from training for our game this weekend.
There we are. Graps and claps. FC. Any regrets, Andy?
It's a very good defence.
No, none at all.
Looks good.
There's goals
Looks
in that
good.
team.
Midfield.
Yeah.
Looks strong.
It's a very strong midfield.
Even on the bench, like Sai is they generally play him as a midfielder at Wolves when he's down as a defender. I think he got 3 or 4 last season. And Semedo's like a wing back.
Drafting whilst drunk.
I wonder whose side that is.
There's a bit of a Leicester leaning there in that midfield as well.
Yeah, he is.
I'm saying Gareth Gross as well, like this team straight from 2017, isn't it?
Gross and Mings.
Yeah. That should be the team name.
You know what? I was listening to ESPN's cricket podcast, and they were like, England's been in a real funk for 4 years, we've not moved on. I was like, oh yeah, they have, because I stopped watching sports closely 4 years ago. And I completely understand what the England cricket team is doing. Whereas with football, I feel so off the pace as I've tried to go back into it.
See, I figure I'll be bottom with that strike force.
Pepe and Saka, JP.
Oh yeah, but Pepe will play. He loves Pepe now. Like he's all
Tierney as well.
Saka will play, but he'll play left. Saka will play left back, and Tierney will play just inside him at left back.
That name though.
This is exactly the point I was about to make. This is exactly the point I was going to make, Chris. In the
What's
same
wrong
way,
with that team name?
In the same way, Salah is a great pick because he's a striker down as midfielder. Saka is a bad pick because he's a defender down as a midfielder.
He's a fucking defender. He'll play on a right and left side of a three behind the main striker. I don't know what you're all on about. Not playing
I think a lot of Arsenal's hopes rest on Saka this season. I've got him in my proper team.
I saw Alex
very well.
Him and Smith.
I'm liking Alex's team here. Yeah. Vardy, Aubameyang, Richarlison's like if Aubameyang turns up this year, that's a good strike for us.
Yeah. I don't know about Vardy this year. I think this might be he drops.
Yeah.
I think it's the year he starts.
It's been coming.
And they've got the cover for him now.
Depends how many pens they get.
Yeah, true. Strong team, though.
I like Barnes and Cash, though.
The defense is really strong. That's 5 good defenders there.
See, I was worried when we had 12 teams, we weren't going to get 12 like good squads, but I think overall we've all got an argument, haven't we?
I think
I like it.
There's more good defenders than good strikers, basically.
There's a lot of attacking defenders. There's a lot of defenders with goals in them.
Everyone's an attacking midfielder nowadays. There's no real number 9s, is there?
It's like the 30s. 2 lads at the back, and we'll just put 8 up front, and then, we'll beat each other up and have a fag at half time.
So what we're saying is the Premier League is a really defensive league.
I remember, like, there was a game when Pep came very early on with Man City, where one of the commentators said he's just playing a WM to JP's point.
That's it. It's the old days. Bring it back, that kind of football. The Harry Enfield sketch, if anyone has never seen that.
Why is the league auto put Jordan on top already? Like it's like it knows.
Why to put Food in second?
True, actually.
So he doesn't know everything.
Oh, amazing.
That means Andy Ogden's going to get Lukaku then.
The bottom.
Aim for it.
I'll be bottom after that first week.
We'll have to say.
Come on. Come home, big Ron. That'll be it. Amazing. Race to the bottom. Brilliant.
So do actual prices count in this, or can you just... It's all to do with trading, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
you can pick those trades.
Every week, all them players who are still left, you can pick. There's like a free agency period that you can pick them up, and then 24 hours before the first fixture, it'll tell you who's got who, and then the draft, and then it stays open for 24 hours where you can just pick anybody up that's still like available for that 24 hours.
Right.
But whoever's lowest in the league gets first dibs, basically. So if we all go in for Lukaku, whoever's bottom of the league gets him.
So it's very much like what NFL, like any normal draft where the shit teams get the best players and
The old Tony Khan strategy.
Yeah, Gareth will tell you the good tactic is if you see like a rubbish team, but they've got like a good fixture that week and like 3 of the defenders available, getting those lads in and out is kind of the way I tend to play this game, if I'm paying attention.
Is there a limit on how many trades you can make a week?
No, I don't think so.
You could,
you can make as many as you want.
Not that there's many lads left there that you want to pick up. But...
No. But,
might be a couple we've forgotten though. You never know. Yeah, might be a couple of stragglers.
You might want to throw a Watford defender in at home to whoever.
Don't worry.
Newcastle, Arsenal. You'll notice I'm not wearing their shirt tonight. Just no chance.
Got to be in a winner's mentality, right?
Is that the Waterford JP, is it?
It is.
Good man. Not the latest one.
No. Not M&M Direct's finest. 15 quid, James. It came up and I went absolutely batshit. I'm not sure how many other people felt like. That's the win.
The Blues are flying.
Andy Ogden.
What? Andy,
what are your thoughts on Alex Newby?
Alex Newby? Yeah, no, he's very good. He got a goal at the weekend. I think we're going to rely on him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
He's having internet issues.
More louder when you broadband.
When are we getting JP on Arsenal Fan TV? That's what we want to know.
Never, man.
Oh, God.
Pack of arseholes, them lads.
They've done well out of it.
One of them moved to New York over it. It's disgusting to think. They've all done well.
We're having tantrums online, basically.
Yeah. But you'd see them near the various bridges, and they'd be there with, and it'd just be a load of people behind.
Now let's be clear. Sorry, go on, JP.
No, you're right.
I don't think let's be clear, Jamesy. We're not against people getting rich off tantrums online. It's just why do our tantrums not make us rich?
Underrated.
That's all because Brit Rest is dead, isn't it?
You learn more than you would in NXT UK, though.
True.
Get paid more too.
How long is it
before
Jordan
Devlin
dies?
gets snotty about that?
I don't believe it's going to die. Like I can understand it is, and it should, but it should have died like a year ago or 2 years ago. It should never have been born. So like I just can't see when they ever kill it. Because you remember like not this time last year, but about May, early June time, when ironically Travis Banks was trolling people, leading people to believe his contract was up. That joke went well for you, didn't it, Travis? But like, but it's just like we all bought it hook, line, and sinker, and then it just carried on in the middle of a pandemic when WWE are cutting a load of guys. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Gallus has photos of Triple H doing something. I don't know.
Do they not the case of all the contracts run out and then they just don't re-sign anybody though? Like,
yeah.
If the sport contracts run out, then surely there's no more.
That's what Robert's saying.
Yeah, there's no more NXT UK, is there? Unless you've got like Walter and Kaylee Ray and people like that. Like,
I'm leery
to lose to big guns, Joe.
I'm leery.
Up and down the land. We're going to build
Alex
big
is going
guns.
for a glorious bath.
See you later.
Right. See you, mate.
See you, Alex.
Cheers, mate.
All the best.
I'm leery about that theory because you go remember you have two big waves of WWE signing people. You have the original WWE UK when people are signed at the end of 2016. You then have the big wave when it becomes NXT UK in the middle of 2018. Plus, they have been adding people quite steadily throughout. So Walter signed a fair bit after the big wave, about 5 months later. They've signed people in 2019.
He ain't going to the States.
But also, everything we know about the NXT UK contract is they can basically cut you when they want. Like they have this like 4 month, 8 month, 12 month kind of rotating cut periods. So
yeah, but there'll be jobs at Halfords and the trampoline place.
To me, if it's to do with contracts coming due, it will be they signed a contract for the warehouse, so there's no point firing people from NXT UK whilst you're still paying for the Enfield Performance Center. But who knows?
Use it for storage.
Yeah. Do they not just have enough?
Rent out Topps tiles.
Yeah. The trampoline place will expand.
I want to see that trampoline place grow.
Put it this way, if you see like
slap fighting,
I think it was 2 of the women wrestlers were on Instagram this week. Like it seems like they're at the Performance Center, so it seems like they're doing stuff, preparing for another set of tapings. So I think it's here for a while. That doesn't mean they can't cut people, obviously. But
like, what have we learned the last few weeks? Right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing. Like you can be getting pushed on NXT TV and they could still cut you.
Is this
the BT deal that's the main thing, isn't it? Like however long they've got to provide content for BT is how long it will last.
I don't know.
Is it not just that they've got enough Europeans and English people in America already that they could just film an NXT UK in Florida and just send it back?
Well, they didn't have to do that. During the pandemic, they were doing the retro stuff. I'm sure BT won't care about having an hour of British Bulldog or
Put a documentary on. Put
Say
any
again?
amount of that content, that documentaries on. Put some Stone Cold Steve Austin on and watch the ratings go up through the roof.
The one thing I would just say is, here's one. Like, when I got back into WWF in like '99, one of my favorite shows they did was Vintage Collection. Do you know when they finally got round to cancelling Vintage Collection? 2019. So this was like an hour-long edited collection of like classic WWF, and it was something that was part of the Sky deal. Sky drops it in 2014. It still takes them 5 years to cancel it after they've lost the TV deal, which was a reason the show exists. You look at Main Event. Main Event was created because they got a big deal from WGN in America. That deal ended years and years ago now, and that show is still there. Like the second Wyatt Shield. Main Event is still there, but they've just put it on the network now.
Who has time in their life to watch Main Event?
I know one person.
2021.
I know one person, and that's John Cena for the Shot in the Dark podcast.
There is the endurance
Gareth
test
still put
element
Main
to it
Event-
of I'll watch everything.
Doesn't Gareth put Main Event on the app? Yeah.
205 Live. Look, you got to think about it like now. The WWE Cruiserweight Classic was 2016. The Cruiserweight division, like, if it keeps going much longer, it's actually going to outlive Nitro and the WCW Cruiserweight division. Like, this company is a hoarder of TV shows and brands. So, like,
so this week's 205 Live, which Gareth has put on the app, has
24 minutes, weren't it?
Grayson Waller, whoever that is.
Who?
He
was
the made-up list
problematic
again
from Australia, weren't he?
Yeah. So Grayson Waller versus Leon Ruff, who's the very small dude.
Ah, yeah.
He's gone now.
And
who's been gone now?
He's gone.
I had before it went out.
And then Ari Sterling versus Kushida.
And Aaron Sterling's been put as well.
So the first match has had 2 votes, and the main event's had 4. So
We're the 4.
There's progress at that rate, then.
He's not watching that.
So Nicola Jimison, Derek Dunlap, Antonio.
These aren't real people.
Nick. Nick
Chris is reading out his Pro Evo team.
And Tristan and
Yeah. So, I mean, apparently Grayson Waller and Leon Ruff were the main event of the previous week. So, I mean, that was a hot feud going on the 205 Live.
More people have probably watched that Wheeler Yuta Daniel Garcia match than that stuff.
But here's the thing, right?
Do you watch that yet, Jamesy?
I did. Oh yeah, I loved it.
Do you like it? It seemed right up your street.
We tricked James into a wrestling podcast.
Shower of bastards.
That's when he thought he was out.
I can see he's blinking in Morse code for someone to send help.
No, I did. No, I haven't watched anything this year, but it's the best match I've seen this year. But like the list of matches I've seen this year is probably like 20 matches, so it doesn't say much. But it's really a great match. Very, very good. Yeah.
It's on my list for tomorrow or Saturday, I think.
Well worth it. Yeah.
I'd love to find time for a 1 hour wrestling match, but I've got an 8-hour test match to watch tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
The pain is real, isn't it?
I've just realised I've got to do my proper fancy football team. I haven't even touched that since the first week when I logged in.
I've got to figure out if I want Lukaku in the team now, and if I do, that means I've got to get rid of Son in midfield to get the money.
11.5. It's just if he was 12, you'd be thinking no, but 11.5.
Yeah,
you don't want to get rid of Salah for
no.
We got rid of Andy.
Great advice.
No, that's the thing. I mean, what he was going to, because I've got Salah, Fernandez, and Son in midfield.
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah.
I had that for a long time yesterday, and I changed again.
But it does mean that I've got Harrison as the 4th, and then Gilmore as the 5th.
Yeah.
So it does take a step down.
Have to
But I think
sacrifice a midfielder or a striker for it,
yeah, the strikers as well, because I really want DCL, but I don't know if he's going to be fit to play the first game. And I want Ollie Watkins, and same issue again. So I'm looking at the moment as Antonio, who's definitely going to get injured within the first 3 weeks, as he always does. And then Cavani, because I think Cavani will have a good start to the year with United's easier games, and they're only playing one a week.
He's not there for a while.
He's only
not even
flown
back yet.
back.
Yeah.
No, he flew back yesterday, I think it was. Was it yesterday?
They gave him an extra holiday, so
Yeah.
he won't be there for Sunday anyway, or Saturday anyway.
So yeah, probably need to ship him out then and figure out. Take a punt on DCL or somebody. But
I'm going full template. Like my team looks like everyone else's team, and it's like week 2 I'll be creative. I'll see what things are looking.
Pure boring.
Yeah. It's obvious this year, I think, other than like the odd thing like Lukaku. I think everyone's going to want Bruno, everyone's going to want Salah, and then past that, it's a lot of the same players in all the 11s I'm seeing.
Boys. I'm making changes now based on what has been said in here tonight. I just thought I literally will forget within a few.
Just all enter the same team.
So my problem team,
straight in there. I was like, of course.
I thought that. You know what you used to do, James? You follow like the FPL general or someone. Just copy his team for the entire season. Change you might win. One good transfer.
Take a risk on the last week. Just
exactly. Wild card on the last week, I wild carded on week 2 last year.
Oh yeah, I remember.
My first team was so bad, it was like, Jesus, I better change this straight away. It didn't work out too badly though, so maybe it's the best thing to do. A lot of people say you should do it early because the prices are lower.
Yeah,
that's true. Get yourself set.
Sancho, Saka, Madison. Madison's a good shout. I like Madison. Madison or Barnes. I think you could do well with one of those two.
Here's a question.
I had Madison last year, and he kept letting me down. So,
people who know more about fantasy football than me, which is everybody here, and including a child who left a while ago. Say if Madison goes to Arsenal, does his points go up or down?
Points.
Yeah, like what he offers.
More.
Yeah, what his score? He scored fantasy football. Do you think he will be a better player if he stays at Leicester or if he stays at Arsenal in terms of fantasy football? Because my suspicion is he is not the main guy in Leicester, like Tiddermouse. I butchered that name, I know. He's kind of
more
like
chance of playing at Arsenal, isn't he? He's more chance of being a star at Arsenal than
he'll be their main guy.
Yeah, there's paying loads of money for him, will it?
Yeah. I mean, it's whether or not they play him. This is the thing you've got to think about if he goes to Arsenal. There's a good chance if he goes to Arsenal, who played alongside Thomas Partey, if fully fit. It's whether or not they're going to play him there or they're looking to play him in the number 10. Because Arsenal's transfer priorities seem to be based a lot around Martin Odegaard and what's happening. And God knows what's happening in Madrid, because there was a point they were going to go with Dani Ceballos ahead of him. And I was like, did you just not watch us last year? Like, one bloke is better than the other, and it's quite obvious. So I don't know why they're going with this. So if it comes down to like, if they get Odegaard and are still going for Maddison, it's because they want to play Maddison in a deeper position in midfield.
Yeah,
that would be my 2 cents in it. So weirdly, I think he would probably end up scoring more points for Leicester, because I think he's using a much more advanced position.
Yeah, he's like
I don't know, because
back in the field, isn't
he? Doesn't Odegaard play the pivot sort of role?
Yeah,
but he still plays like the long balls out to the left wing, doesn't he? If I remember a lot of his.
But then it rotates. The idea would be him, Smith Rowe, Saka, and they just all rotate in the 3 behind whoever the main striker is. But you can't do that with Aubameyang. That's the problem. So for me, if Aubameyang starts playing wide left, I think there's going to be all manner of trouble because he's a passenger. Like, as we'll see tomorrow night.
So what you're saying is Lacazette was a really bad pick earlier.
No, I think Lacazette's much more likely to score than Aubameyang. I think Lacazette is much more likely to score. I really do. I think he's more like. It depends if the talk is to try and get Roma interested in Lacazette while he's in London, so they can get Tammy Abraham. I love this transfer gossip. None of that's true. And how many years we've been through this? This is like my mate wanting to create Zidane to Liverpool rumours and spread it on Team Talk and see if we get picked up by the phone lines. And the rest. Somehow will a transfer into existence.
Now you've got a platform, JP. You can get that stuff out there.
It is. I've heard. Just like, I'm the new Football London. Just come and make bullshit gossip.
Set your own 0898 number up. Just have like your own Mean Jeans hotline.
Isn't that what Alvarez did?
Yeah.
Well, it cost him a fortune.
Size of his house, fucking hell.
Put some cards in phone boxes and stuff like that. You'll be all right.
Whenever you look at Alvarez's house and you go, how big's that fucking loft? Christ. Sorry. I think maybe at that point we'll.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap things. Yeah, that was fun though, lads. Think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah.
Hopefully we all. Good luck, everyone, for Saturday.
Yes.
And Friday.
Yeah, and Friday. And might as well just get a who's going to win the title, who's going down. I'm just going to.
Go on.
Go on, yeah.
Go on. Andy, go with you first. Who's winning the title, who's going down?
Win the title, City. Obvious choice. And going down, I would say Watford, Norwich, and the Palace of Crystal Palace.
Shout. Chris?
Which one?
Elliot. There he is. The King of Cumbria.
City to win the title, unfortunately. And let's go with Watford, Norwich, and Brighton to go down.
I think Brighton.
Jamesy?
I think Chelsea are going to win the league. And I think to go down, Watford, Norwich, and I think Newcastle maybe.
Oh.
I
think Everton are going to win the league. And in Rafa we trust.
William?
So if Man City gets Kane, they'll win the league easily. But I'm not sure they will. So Chelsea, like Lukaku is just gonna so many goals in him if him and Werner work together. In terms of going down, I can't remember who said it on the when we were doing the drafts, but yeah, I think Wolves are a good shout. They did pretty bad ends to the season. I agree with Brighton. They've lost a lot of players, and then Norwich.
Because they're Norwich.
Poor Norwich.
Carl.
Chelsea will win the league, I think. And then Watford. I want to say Southampton and Norwich to go down.
Southampton could be in trouble. Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
one thing I say,
Southampton are in my.
Joe, how about you?
I'm going to throw Trent and say Chelsea, and then to go down Watford. I agree with Carl and Southampton, and maybe Newcastle. I'll go with a risky one there, Newcastle.
It's always fun to watch Newcastle go down, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's always a
one
laugh.
of the bad teams, isn't there?
Well, they convince themselves they're a massive club.
Well, you know the best stat in football, don't you? On average, Alan Shearer, a side managed by Alan Shearer, gets relegated 4 times in the Premier League season.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, because he only managed Newcastle for 8 games. And got relegated.
I get it.
Will's playing chess.
Your mind's ahead of us. Mine's ahead of us.
Christopher Linay.
Well, I think most people are missing the obvious one in that Brentford are going to get relegated. I think Watford and Southampton.
See, I don't agree with Brentford. I think they're like Leeds. I think their style will suit the Premier League better. Because they should have got promoted last season. They were unlucky against Fulham.
Richard?
I'll go Watford, Brighton, Brentford. Chris has convinced me. I think City are winning the league, though. I don't think Chelsea will come close.
I think City will win the league somehow without a striker, doing it in the most dull, meaningless fashion possible. And then going down, I said Wolves. I've just got a really bad feeling that it's just going to go wrong there. And if it doesn't kick on, I can see them getting rid of the manager and all sorts. Watford and Norwich. There you go.
You know what that spells out, JP? WWN.
Well, I've always been a Sal guy. Whatever his name was. What was his name? I know it said Sal Renaro, but it's not him.
Sal Renaro.
Who's winning the grapple draft? Don't all speak at once. Everyone thinks themselves.
Jordan's going to win it again, yeah.
Jordan. Can you buy him a skit trophy if he does? Like, make him a deathmatch style trophy if he wins, and actually send it to him.
He's owed one.
Oh,
definitely.
If he wins again, he should be barred for a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give us all a chance.
My money's on Alex.
Turns out there's a betting syndicate that's been behind
Alex,
it the whole time.
Yeah, my money's on Alex.
Yeah.
Alex is always the most active manager in these things. You'll get a lot of draft trade proposals from Alex.
Like I said,
that is the fun part.
Those young lads
prepared to get beat by him on this weekend.
Oh yeah, you played him week one.
They remember all the FIFA and Football Manager stats. And they look at me like I'm an idiot if I don't know some of these people. I haven't got time to watch Ligue 1. Like,
Chris
this stardom won't watch itself. Will it?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say you've got time to watch Tokyo Joshi Pro, but not Ligue 1.
Well, mate. During lockdown, the bleakest thing is like Palace Sheffield United at 7:45 on a Sunday. Like, is there anything possibly worse? It's almost up there with Songs of Praise for and Highway. Like,
it's not worse than MCW, though, is it? It's no worse than MCW.
Oh, MC, good lads.
Still not on the app, though, is it? When's it going on the app? Where's Gareth?
There's no shows going on.
I'll get it sorted out. in his Heyman-esque way.
You did promise about 3 months ago.
He's just put the TNA up.
I saw Seb from Tifo Football saying he'd like rewatch some like closed arena football and was like, "Oh, this sucks! Like it's so awful with no fans present." So I think like what we all went through with wrestling, where you have that kind of brief period when it's novel, that you can hear what the players are saying to each other. You can hear the kind of the kick of the ball a bit more. Like that quickly dissipated, and the lack of fan reaction.
Yeah,
so I think it's gonna be a good start to the season because some of those like
good to have it back.
Some of those Leeds, like Leeds Liverpool, that had the first weekend last season. Can you imagine how good that would have been with fans?
Leeds Man U 12:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Is there away fans going to
that?
Is that right? Leeds Man U?
Yeah, Saturday, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
By the way,
in Leeds, I fear.
Fucking hell. You go into
those fans.
It's at Old Trafford.
Oh, it's at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter with them lot, does it? Let's be honest.
I'm going to make a prediction. The R rate for COVID is going to go mysteriously up again in 2 weeks' time, after mysteriously going down after the Euros ended.
But what a great 2 weeks of football it will be. It will live on long in the memory. I could just see that Leeds Man U game being 4-3 and go, yeah, it's worth another lockdown for that. Just to sit through some stormy game.
I don't know what Chris thinks. Leeds Man U, that will probably get me to turn over from the cricket. I mean, a lot of it will be the lunch break anyway, but
yeah, it's a perfect time for it. You can get some of it in the background, and then it's fine. I mean, it'll only be Rahul or somebody defending out another 50 balls again, like we did this morning.
As they approach 700 for 4.
You see my eyes glazing over, lads.
Sorry, I'm into the stream.
I have a serious question for JP and James. So, like, as Chris was saying earlier, like, cricket is starting to dip its toe into fantasy. No, this is not a cricket question. Believe me.
I'm hoping from studio. I'm on the button.
Like, cricket is starting to experiment with fantasy sports games. Has there been any attempt to do that with any of like the Gaelic games?
DAA? No.
Yeah,
there is one. There's a hurling one.
Is there?
Yeah, if the Anthony Daly podcast. If you listen to that,
the one in the Irish Examiner.
Yeah. The Irish Examiner has one. Yeah.
I didn't know
I'd rather listen to you talking about that than cricket.
Yes.
What's hurling? Hurling is God's sport, as Jamesy would say. It really is.
I'll listen to that.
Man, that was hard. That was so hard. It was so hard last week. I didn't want to talk. I mentioned that I had to watch it. Like I watched it on the podcast, but that was difficult because the thing about hurling is, you're never like, it's just more sadness. It's never like you're never bitter at the other side or anything else because you know it's nice like that, but it's just sad. And it's Toshiaka Kawada. What did you describe it as, Jamesy? Watford hurling is Kawada.
It's like Kawada trying to beat Misawa,
yeah, but he never beats Misawa.
Except 6-9-95 never happens.
Yeah. Then a fight in school, which is the equivalent of the 1959 hurling championship.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Like, if Jordan wants a real challenge, let's have a grapple hurling fancy league and see if Jordan can beat Jamesy and JP in that.
I'd be shit.
He watches his GAA, Jordan, as well, because he's the only one who ever likes my GAA tweets.
So oh yeah,
you want as well, win that too. Fuck's sake!
I love that. Irish sports, mates, the way forward.
I tell you,
this was Bohemians with a Greek stream before this started.
Oh yeah,
and a Dutch stream for Dundalk.
2 hours into hosting a sports podcast. Yes. Benno's remembering that he doesn't like sports.
Yes,
it is. Tell you who else likes hurling, Benno? The Wu-Tang
Let's go. On the line.
They never shut up about it.
We'll do it again. Though we'll have maybe we'll do a few weeks in or something. Have another chat or a couple of months in. Maybe as the season goes on. We'll check in.
You mean JP to give updates in the Monday? Monday daily news update.
I'm getting more and more angrier every day.
I tell you, I've said
got
this
a day off tomorrow, right?
I said this to JP. Next March, release a book, which is just your summaries. I don't even listen to them now, but I always make sure to read the email. That is your description of everything. That should be the GRAPPL Almanac.
There you go.
I like to make up in my own head things you'd rather read out than WWE results.
I feel obliged to do it now at this point. It's just I'm too deep in. It's like I made a Faustian pact with myself.
One Monday, rather than the Raw results, can you just read the shipping forecast instead? Just every Monday, just like something random as fuck. You can find it.
As long as look, I'll happily do that. As long as you, I'll do that as long as every time there's a poll, people pick the option that Benno wants the least, because that tends to be the funniest for me. I'm
going to be every week for the rest of the time.
The next documentary is that All Japan Dojo documentary. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll long for the days of gayer girls.
I don't think anybody will.
I know the other week, John Pollock put some random Ricochet promo that never actually happened into his review.
Just for a laugh. Good lad.
So just do that. Just put random shit in the.
I wish more journos would just fuck with the public like that. Check just to check that they're on board.
Just to see if they're listening. Yeah.
Just write a couple of lies. If he put an intercontinental title change, would anyone here doubt it and go, that probably happened?
I think Brazil. Just start your own. Just start your own feud each week, like week to week. Just book it in your head and just say it out each Monday. Just see if anybody knows.
Or make up a wrestler.
Reginald versus Brock Lesnar.
Where's make up a wrestler and book him week to week. Give him a storyline. Just keep going until someone notices.
We need
the list of that wrestler.
This is where Landon Donovan needs to get his IC run.
But it has to go up on the GRAPPL app as well to really all the matches.
Wait, we know what the joke is though.
Brilliant.
If you did it for WWE, you'd get away with it.
Oh yeah.
if you did it for AEW Dark,
oh, Jeremy, watch that.
No hope.
You'd be corrected.
Oh yeah, easy.
I think more of the listeners pay attention to AEW Dark than Raw at this point.
What a show! It was 2 hours long this week.
Indie Showcase.
2 hours.
Still gonna watch
AEW Dark. You got Rampage coming out soon. You're gonna have to get Dynamite.
Oh yeah. Is that tomorrow? Is that tomorrow? That the first one?
Yeah.
That's tomorrow night.
Yeah. It's
3 a.m.
Yeah, Omega versus Christian, Miro versus El Fuego del Sol, and Britt Baker versus Red Velvet.
That's right. Yeah.
I saw someone suggest that the all-out defense for Omega is Jay White, and if only for Steph, I really want that to be true. But even more so because I don't want Christian to have a pay-per-view main event in 2021.
Agreed. Yeah, I saw that in your daily update, JP. 2 Christian matches, for fuck's sake. 2 Christian Kenny Omega matches.
Who's asking for that? Who wants that?
Tony Khan.
I don't understand doing it back to back. It's so
it makes no sense.
The only logic I can think of is Christian wins tomorrow night, and then it's the AEW title's in danger, and then that's the only logic I can come up with. And even then, it's
for the love of Christ.
If WWE to be a triple threat, they'd end up with Christian against Omega.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
If you remember, Omega's defending his AAA title. So he could lose
in a show that might not be broadcast outside of Mexico. I'll find
he could
lose
that
challenge.
You'll find it.
Shall we broadcast it on Patreon, JP?
I'll take on that challenge.
But you could then get the triple threat.
Showing it on his Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was sort of hoping he would do it the way that guy managed to. I think he.
It just looks like he's playing it.
Yeah, he streamed a McGregor pay-per-view and just pretended he was playing Xbox. We just sat there and recorded out.
But you could easily
should be working on the fucking space program with that kind of level of ingenuity. That's just genius.
But you could easily see Christian or Jordi Omega at All Out for all 3 titles.
Yeah, each one of them wins a title, and then they rematch for all of them.
Oh yeah.
Kenny gets
another 3-way for Kenny. Then
but they've announced. Have they announced?
Oh no, it's Andrade. Yeah, Andrade versus.
Yeah.
Fatal 4-way then.
Rumble.
Well, you'd say that.
Do you know my heart sinks when I hear the phrase "fatal 4-way"?
Or throw it.
Like it really does. It's
I-
the fatal part.
I would
4-way,
I would rather have a 4-way than a 3-way.
It's like 6-pack challenge.
You can cut that as well. Yeah.
CM Punk and Bryan Danielson in it, and you've got a 6-way, isn't it?
But like,
The 6-pack challenge.
The thing
Are we still talking about wrestling?
Yes,
I heard
it too. But the thing is, if you have an even number of people in a multi-man wrestling match, that doesn't work. Multi-man pro wrestling match.
I mean, 6-pack challenge was bad enough, but carry on.
But then everybody can pair off. The problem with triple threats is always
just one person working by himself in the corner.
Well, no. I know we're going to those people. Nobody's that picture.
One's
Him just watching.
One's just roll. You have to roll out the ring and wait for your tag back in. It's so...
Ready for that hot tag? Shaming us all. All of us adults. James, he's disgusted.
I'm not. I've missed this.
Right.
Will, I made a very similar point on Graps and Claps after a terrible 5-way match at Cleethorpes. Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
we're done a Cleethorpes, JP.
Sorry?
Nothing.
I'm not going to Cleethorpes, mate. I'll be in a field in Delaware before I'll be in Cleethorpes. Watching lads try and tell me this is artistic.
Nick Gage in Cleethorpes.
Caught on a barbed wire trampoline.
You're not going to the BWR Nick Gage match in Cleethorpes, then, no?
Do you know what? He'd get me there.
Yeah,
a renege on everything I've said over the last few minutes. when he was going to do Liverpool, I just want to see it for an experience. The match will be atrocious.
Nick Gage versus Schlack in Cleethorpes. That's what we all need, isn't it, in our lives?
We should.
It's
be
coming.
What else sums up Brexit Britain more than that?
With what's he called? The really shit commentator, GCW guy, Kevin Gill on commentary. Yeah,
get Dylan Hales on there.
Yeah,
whoever the other bloke was. No idea his name. And do you know what? He didn't seem to care, and it was awesome.
Very good.
They did. They commentated on a professional wrestling match and put shit over. Like,
and got off the way.
Dylan Hayes is Papa Hale's son, isn't he?
That's right.
Yeah.
Who is the other guy with him?
I've not watched the match yet, so.
I've never heard of him before the match, but he was good as well. Very good.
They were both decent, to be fair. They were probably two of the better indie commentators I've heard for a long time.
I'm always surprised Shane Douglas doesn't get some indie commentating gigs because he's a name. You can do a meet and greet with him. And you remember when he did some commentating for ECW and WCW?
That was about the best thing he did in his career, wasn't it? Fucking commentating.
Yeah. But he was really
45-minute match with
He was good. I thought he was a good commentator in TNA. No, but I'll just say about that. Just the production values was so much better than I thought it was, and that might well be the contrast with watching lots of ECW in 1993, which is like, honestly, Memphis looks like fucking Avatar compared to
those
quality of that stuff.
That arena they used to run hardcore TV in was before they found the ECW arena.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Rough. With like that white tile floor and like the random like little bits of standing and stuff. I was just like, this is so low rent. Yeah,
that's just retro, isn't it?
Stan Hansen was in Budokan, bloody, around that time. It was like, Christ above, like, what's he doing here? It is.
I always was like, somebody
pissed on Baba's grave later on. Like, doing that stuff.
Like that, those ECW shows always looked like somebody was playing like a fruity in the side of the room or something. It just like it wasn't there for the show, but they just spend all day just like playing on the fruit machine and stuff.
It's just Brit Rest, that's just what Brit Rest needs to do.
Yeah, but what's so weird about that is though, you gotta remember, like around about the time ECW, like Heyman takes over for ECW, becomes Extreme Championship Wrestling. He was in negotiations with Jim Crockett to do the HD wrestling project. So it's not like Heyman wasn't aware about modern standards of production.
Just couldn't afford it.
He wanted to go beyond. Yeah, he just couldn't afford it.
His parents' house, only so big. Also, no, just say that the production values for that indie show I thought was surprisingly good. Just a really tight little arena, people going nuts. Maybe I was just like, oh yeah, this indie wrestling lot can be quite fun, can't it? Again, rather than lads pissing blood.
Like to me, it's like you're better off doing mediocre production values well than good production values badly. This is a mistake Rev Pro makes all the time. If you can't do a multitude of camera angles well, just give us a single camera show with one guy. Just do a hard cam show with one guy as a roving camera on the outside if there's any brawling. That's all you need.
Yeah, but to be fair, it took them about 18 months to realise it was a fucking fingerprint on the camera, didn't
it? Here's the other thought as well. When they're next in your call, put the hard cam above the entranceway. Get that bloody crowd in shot. That's where you put your hard cam.
The thing is as well with that is if you ever watch anything else,
boxing.
Yeah, if you ever watch anything else from York Hall, boxing or that free running like tag thing that they do.
Yeah.
Like
I was on Channel 4 that.
Like York Hall looks really good when it's filmed properly.
Yeah.
And then you watch it on
replay, looks amazing.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Just for those big boxing nights. Do it for that. That's what I would say.
Yeah, they just put the camera in the wrong place and the wrong cameras.
Is that because that's proper people filming it though, not like Andy Quilden's fucking trainees with a?
Yeah, that is the issue.
But that's the thing though. You should lean more into your hard cam. You look at, say, the Ospreay Sabre match, they completely butchered. The hard cam shots of that are great. The hard, I mean, it doesn't capture the crowd. They should do it at the opposite end. But even when they put the hard cam captures the angle, the action really well. And there's not that much brawling outside in that match. But they insisted on doing all these angles with much inferior camera work. It's so baffling.
That's because they're not using camera people, though. They're not using anybody that's got any background in fucking filming or photography or whatever.
And what are they influenced by when it comes to filming wrestling? They're going to be influenced by WWE, which means they're going to think they're going to need a load of cuts when you let stuff breathe. Like, you don't need to insult us with like that stuff.
Look, you got to remember, like, you know, myself, well, I was never, some of what Riptide did made me a bit sick. It was a bit too herky-jerky. But, like, their work looked beautiful. Obviously, JP and James, who are big fans of Riptide as well. But like they're now actually 40 grand in the hole. It's gone up recently. So like you can't blame Red Pro for not employing cameramen because cameramen are expensive. But if you can't afford cameramen, just use your hard cam.
Yeah.
Don't try and be what you are.
Why aren't they trying to find sponsors and things?
No, but to be fair, that's not fair on them either, though, because I'm sure there's hundreds of people in the London area that are at college doing fucking film, like something like that would love that experience, who could then work on other shit because they've done that. They would get the opportunity. They will probably do it for next to nothing. Yeah. That'd be better than two 17-year-old trainee wrestlers who ain't got a fucking clue what's going on.
If you trusted wrestling and wrestling was monitored and registered properly, it's the perfect work experience placement for university and college students to go there and kind of discover it. Yeah. The problem is the people who,
of course it is.
I everything else, but in theory, it's a great work experience project.
Coming from that side of it, I know how much companies pay good camera people, and if you're gonna get like cheap, like uni kids or college kids or whatever, they're gonna get paid peanuts because they'll want the experience.
So my mate Kieran works for a blue chip company as their videographer. He used to do the FWA stuff and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he's been to Rev Pro because he knows Andy. And he went to one of their shows and he taught all the guys there how to film things and how to live edit and all this, that, the other. And it worked all right for one show. And then when he wasn't there, it all went back to how it was before.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, so Kieran came in, he was like, I'd love to be able to work here at the time, but even if I did a mate's rate, he was earning more than everybody else on the show. Like, and he was like, you're not going to pay the videographer more than your main attraction on the wrestling show. It's just like,
this is the thing.
The economics of British wrestling.
This is the thing. Like, you can get guys in.
That's the same with photography. Like, the photography side of it. Like, a lot of companies will want to pay you 20 quid, and it's like, it's not worth it. Like, or they'll say, "Oh, we'll sort it out," and it's like, "Oh, then they offer you 30 quid." And, like, anybody that wrestles should not be wrestling for less than £100. Like, or anybody involved shouldn't be doing it for less than £100.
I think as soon as you see that a show's
but then you've got the issue of
like freeway or 6-man scramble at the start of the show, you know that everybody on that show isn't making enough money because like there's no way you can just throw
nobody's making
money at a match. Yeah. It's like as much as as much as I hate the idea of it, but those bagger shows where there's only 6 people on the show, like working the show, like everyone does singles, and somebody will wear a mask and then they'll do a tag match or whatever.
And a
battle royal at the end.
Yeah, and then you do a battle royal again. But at least you're only paying 6 people. So in theory,
they're running a proper business.
You should be able to pay all 6 of those people enough money to make it worthwhile for their time.
Yeah,
as
they're not their whole to film it either.
No.
To me, what I think BritWres, and I think particularly for Rev Pro, the schedule they're starting to run, they need to embrace dark matches because the reality is, I get the idea that everybody should be paid £100. It's a very nice idea in theory, but wrestlers need to get experience in front of live crowds, and a lot of wrestlers aren't worth £100. But if we're going to have people in 3 years' time who'll be worth £100, they still need to wrestle in front of live crowds. So what you need to do is you need to move to a system where you have 4 or 5 shows, 4 or 5 matches that are for the VOD and have storyline consequences, and then you have a few dark matches that are just there for the live crowd, and that can potentially be used as swing bouts afterwards to like keep people in the venue drinking as the traveling fans go home. But this idea of having 8 or 9 matches, I've seen some shows have 12 matches recently that are all meant to be important to the promotion. That's just BS. That should not exist in an indie promotion.
I've worked on shows where there's been 13, 14 matches, and it's like there's somebody taking pictures at ringside, it kills you off. So I can't imagine what it's like for a fan. Like, keeping a fan there. Yeah.
I mean, even Rev Pro in Bristol was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
No show's 4 hours.
No.
I'm not shortchanged by a 90-minute film. Like, I never understand the running time thing. It's just like, if you go get 2.5 hours, I think most people are happy. I think you can even push 2 hours. I went to that Welsh wrestling show with Joe once before, and it was like 2 hours and we're in the pub, and I go, this is kind of ideal, really. This is like, I was home for match of the day. I was like this is like
JP, our podcast does go 3 hours every Monday night, and sometimes almost 4.
Very, very true. Again, I retract my earlier comments.
I always worry about that. About when you, like, on Graps and Claps, we're reviewing the show, and you're like, we've actually talked about this show for longer than the show.
Yeah. That's when you know.
Are we saying our podcasts are the equivalent of a bagger wrestling show? No, minimum people going long.
I do get paid in sandwiches, if that's what you mean.
The good sandwiches.
Lads, I need to go.
Yeah, let's go.
Ready for work.
Me too.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll
Great
have
time,
to do
lads.
this soon to check in.
Yeah. End of the month, Friday night slap fight has been announced. 27th of Friday night slap fight.
Amazing.
Maybe. Well, it's the number 4 versus the number 4 heavyweight versus the number 2 light heavyweight in the world in the main event.
We'll do something for that, definitely.
It'd be like Usyk moving up, isn't it? And fighting heavyweight against Joshua. I'm liking this.
That's it, you see. So,
right. Nice one, lads. Thanks all for watching, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
Cheers.
See you soon.
See ya.